Now, of course, if you haven't got the notion, another scuffed ending for WWE Premier Live event when it came over to Backlash, questioning somehow the main event with Orton and Cena was better than the Mania main event at Night 2. Dominic and Penta probably had the best match. But where was the World Heavyweight Champion? Jey Uso was scheduled to face Logan Paul for the World Heavyweight title in his first title defense. Well, we needed that for something more important, like Gunther earning the respect of Pat McAfee earning the respect of former heavyweight champion Gunther, and that was more of a match, and more interesting than seeing Jey Uso wrestle. I have nothing against Jey Uso, by the way. Whoever puts over to the notion, all because you're not particularly booked for a certain spot in a wrestling promotion, first of all, get a job, get a life, stop making this your personality. That's sad. Just know that the people that you should be blaming is possibly Triple H, because he's the guy that gets the final say over majority, well, quote unquote, the final say, when it comes over to who will enter that curtain. They think Samoan Rhino, 40-something-year-old Jeff Cobb, formerly of New Japan Pro Wrestling, munchkin fat Samoan Rhino, makes his pay-per-view debut after interrupting the four-way match involving Damian Priest, LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, and Jacob Fatu for the United States title. LA Knight was gonna pull up with the elbow drop over the outside of the table before Solo made the save, and then immediately after somehow Solo was getting cornered by LA Knight. Seriously, they made Solo so mid, people forgot he was like a silent muscle. And then immediately you get a munchkin Samoan out of nowhere from New Japan, again, that probably going to get off screen in probably 5 months after SummerSlam, out of Jeff Cobb. And I get it, he's a strong man. I've seen him before wrestle. I think he also wrestled on AEW as well. I don't think there was finalizations on his contract there, and he's had a tenure over also, and people probably seen him in Ring of Honor. So no, that's more valuable than watching Jey Uso. He'll main event. He'll main event, guys. He'll main event. No, you guys thought the Saturday night main event? No, something that we pre-record. My fault. We already have tapings scheduled with Jey Uso with 5 title defenses. You know, we had to put our more important matches in, like the Women's Intercontinental Championship match with Becky Lynch, with Valkyria, that we know that she was going to retain. All titles changed, and the biggest thing was R-Truth, just to interrupt, the biggest fan of John Cena, even though he's like a decade older. This is like Shannon Sharp dick writing if it was kayfabe. That's how sad it is. If y'all don't know who Shannon Sharp is, he's a guy that's in a bit of legal trouble, controversy, but he's a well-known personality on ESPN, and he's a known glazer of LeBron James. That's the equivalent of R-Truth's gimmick, other than him being the funny Negro that Vince likes, and has the biggest tenure over in the company. And I love R-Truth, but god damn it, what a way to end like this unlimited finisher fest with injuries on WWE 2K14. Not like that's every John Cena and Orton match. And we probably know when the kick out is going to happen if you guys are around my age watching the product. Because when I was first watching WWE, that was like one of the big rivalries I was like raised on. So I already know the pattern of how this is going to go. 50-50 or Cena's going to get over. Orton's going to take the other feud, but I don't know if they're going to rematch it. Knowing the media scrum, yes, WWE still does media scrums. I still disagree with the formatting of it. And he AAs Cena, R-Truth on the table after provoking him, even though he literally was the reason why he retained the WWE Championship. No information on what's going to happen to Cody Rhodes. We only had 5 matches on the PLE, and we got Saturday night main event. That would be the only reason for Jey Uso not to main event. The irony. The most ironic name in sports entertainment is main event Jey Uso. That has to be the biggest antithesis of making you like fucking you're just now the top mid carder in the company, holding the heavyweight title. I swear, man, how's Jinder Mahal more relevant than you, than world champion? Christian's world title after he held it for just a second after beating Del Rio back in Extreme Rules. And people forgot Sheamus had like a lengthy run around 2012 with the heavyweight title, and he was like the opening match with Bryan. I swear, like, people had Shador Sanders expectations for Jey Uso when it came to, oh, this is just hate. We know Jey Uso will overcome this. Guy's a great performer. And then when it comes over to the excuses over the casual audience, then you check over the numbers. More people cared about Pat McAfee wrestling over Jey Uso having his first title defense against a YouTuber. You want people to pay for that. People would rather main event fuckery of prime Monday Night Wars WCW levels of fuckery run-ins instead of 5-star classics, no, or whatever you want to get out of Jey Uso and Logan Paul with the most unanticipated feud of 2025. That's as unanticipated as whatever's going on AEW on pay-per-view at Double or Nothing. Like, that's how unanticipated. Like, if you guys ever saw the last Ring of Honor taped main event, please tell me on the comment section. I dare you. I double dare you. You better take a middle second on the comment section and tell me, I swear. But, God. I feel bad for Jey. Because I feel like he should be valued a bit more logistically as a guy that finally overcame the bloodline. But I feel like that would be the only identity that the poor guy gets out of himself. That he's coincided with the bloodline relation. And that'd be the only reason why his relevancy of a title run would come in. That your first couple, barely a month into your title run, and it still feels like you're invisible. Most people would still think that you have the IC title, even though Dominic Mysterio's the champion. Like, that's how sad it is. Finn Balor gets still gets more screen time than you, and he's just part of a faction. And people keep forgetting that he was world champion once. And only once. He's an NXT Hall of Famer. We already know how it's gonna go. You're not getting over. You're not even getting over NXT Hall of Famers. We all know Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa would have headlined over you at WrestleMania Night 1, Jey Uso. And that's just a matter of fact. That they just did that to quiet you down over your contract, just to pop the strap on you. This is just shush when it comes to more belts being involved into the company. It doesn't logistic you into being hierarchy up the food chain. It doesn't value you even more over as promotion. That's sad. That's just the equivalent to babyface Kofi Kingston. How sad is that, man? This is no way Jose levels of relevancy. Most people forgot that Negro was even released from the company. This is a shame. How do you guys feel about? I understand I'm probably exaggerating. I'm hoping Jey Uso, we kind of grow in to his world title scene. I want to give things a chance, but yikes! This is depressing. I've seen sillier feuds. I swear John Cena, he would have headlined with John Laurinaitis like he did back in 2012, back in Over the Limit. That would have headlined over Jey Uso versus Logan Paul. On God. Hornswoggle winning back to Cruiserweight title. Hell, name a match. Name any stupid match you've seen in your life that would headline over Jey Uso and any PLE before SummerSlam. That's it for me. Comment down in the comment section below. Enjoy the rest of your night. I hope you guys had a great Mother's Day. For you mothers out there. Single mothers out there. That's it for me.